It's not just the counter tariffs that you've dropped, though. Since the campaign, many things have changed. You've dropped the digital services tax, GDP is weaker, you're increasing defense spending. At some point, you're going to have to cut more. So what else will be cut?
Well, like I said, the first thing is about savings. You know, the thing is that we've asked our colleagues to come with savings proposal that we're going to review as a cabinet, the Prime Minister and I, because there's things that we can do more efficiently. There's things that we need to review how they've been done in the past. And at the same time, you need to make the investment because, you know, what we need to do as a nation now is to seize the moment. Canadians understand that we'll have to find these savings, be very rigorous in how we spend the money. That's the short term. But at the same time, build this nation for the long term. The exact measures, as you would expect, will come in the budget. But I would say we're well on the way with our colleagues. And I think everyone is seized about the fact that we need to reduce spending so we can increase investment. And that is the situation in Canada, but I would say when I talk to my G7 colleagues, look at other countries, look at Germany, look at others, everyone is feeling some of the same fiscal pressure, you know, the NATO spending, for example, look at infrastructure spending, look at Germany. Germany has a plan of 500 billion euro of investment in infrastructure. I think it's over a decade and more. So what you see in terms of the fiscal pressure where people say the issue about housing, about affordability, about infrastructure, about defense is the same. What I'm saying is that Canada has comparative advantage to others. We have done it before. Look at 1945. Look at 1945. Canada turned completely to be this great industrial nation. So we're going to build on that. We're going to look at technology. We're going to look at new technology, AI. We're going to make sure that industry can pivot to benefit. I've said also those who are in different industry, they should have a defense strategy. People understand there's going to be a lot of investment to defend our sovereignty, not only in Canada, but in NATO countries. So, you know, that's why we need to raise the level of ambition of the country. That's going to be my mission. And at the same time, providing this rigor that people expect from their leaders these days.
About a defense industrial strategy, and when you as a minister look at ways that the government can invest resources, we heard the Prime Minister talking about how limited they're going to be in the next budget. Does it mean to say that for the government to be interested, any initiative needs to include a defense component to it?
Well, I think you're generalizing pretty much, you know, what's the focus of this government. When you think about it, what we need to do is we need to make sure that while Canadians are asked to take tough decisions on their budget, the government needs to do that too. It's just a question of making smart choices. But in order also to continue to thrive in this very complicated and dangerous world, we need to make sure that we're taking care of our investments at home. And so you've been hearing the Prime Minister talking about housing. We need to invest in housing. You've been hearing the Prime Minister talking about major projects, and we will be coming up with a list of major projects in the coming weeks. And what you're hearing us also is to say, well, hey, we're investing more in defense. While we're doing that, while we've increased also the salaries and the benefits of our Canadian Armed Forces, while we're increasing also our presence in the Arctic, et cetera, we need to make sure that we're building back capacity, industrial capacity in Canada. And for a long, long time, we didn't use the power of procurement for defense for our Canadian Armed Forces as a way to leverage jobs in our country. And we're the only G7 country that doesn't have a defense industrial strategy. That time is up, and we're working on it.